the man who was the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year for the 2022 season, 3 games into his second NFL campaign, Jets receiver Garrett Wilson, who is here on behalf of Courtyard by Marriott, which is partnering with Garrett to spotlight the ultimate New York Jets fan room. Welcome back, Garrett Wilson. How are you doing, pal?
Man, I'm doing well. How are you, Mike?
Good. And look, we're going to get to some of the issues you guys are dealing with now, and I'm sympathetic to what's happening, dating back to what was just 15 days ago with Aaron Rodgers. I mean, my God, it's barely been 2 weeks that this has happened and your season's been turned upside down. But from what I can gather, the average New York Jets fan that would have the ultimate New York Jets fan room would right now have a dartboard with Zach Wilson's picture in the middle of it. What can you say to those folks to get them on board with your quarterback?
Yeah, man, I would just tell them to stick with us. No one wants this more than us. We're working every single day to make sure that y'all have a lot to root for on Sundays. And you know, with that said, you did just say, you know, our whole season had a big, you know, change in it 15 days ago. And for us, that was a big adjustment. We're still figuring it out offensively. And it's not just for us to put one dude on the dartboard. You know, you got to put that whole offense on the dartboard because none of us are playing to our standard right now. And we're going to continue to keep grinding to make sure that, you know, that's not the case anymore.
And Garrett, from your perspective personally, when you look at all the buildup, everything from the offseason, the pursuit of Aaron Rodgers, he joins the team, you go through offseason workouts, you go through training camp, you have hard knocks, you have the preseason, and it's all building and building and building. And then 4 plays into the season, it's over. How do you process all the various emotions and reactions and feelings when something like that happens?
Yeah, man. I mean, I kind of talked about this probably last week, and you really don't. You can't process all of it just because of the name of the game is you're expected to be at your best. You know, in that case, it was 10 minutes after or 5 minutes after or the next day at practice. You know, you're expected to be at your best and compete at a high level. And you know, the reality of it is we play a game that's violent and stuff like that can happen, man. You never want to see it happen, but we know what we put on the line every time we take that field, and things like that can remind you just how precious it is to be playing and to be out there at that moment. But yeah, man, you really have to turn it off and on. I mean, I was emotional initially, and you know, 3 minutes later, I'm running the next play, which is really crazy. But yeah, man, that's just the reality of the game we play. You know, we have to move on. We have to be able to put it together on to play. You know,
Give me one tangible reason why fans should think that things will in time get better.
Because you see glimpses of it every week. Every single week, you see what we can be. You know, we put it together for 1 drive, 2 drives, and we look good. But it's about bottling that up and making it a consistent thing. And that's what we're trying to find right now, how we can bottle that up and take it in the next week so that we can, you know, start off the game rolling like that. You know, we've started slow in the past, and that's what we've done these last 3 weeks. We started really slow, and that we don't want that to become our identity. But the last 3 weeks we've started slow, and that's what it is. So if we can try and figure out why we're playing better at the end of the game, or why we score more points at the end of the game, and take that into next week, that's what we're trying to do, man. And I know coach is on that, and I trust our people upstairs. But as players, you know, just knowing that our mindset at the end of the game is like, let's go win the game, let's go take back. We have to bottle that up and take that earlier into the game as well.
On Saturday night, your Ohio State Buckeyes won the game at Notre Dame on the final play. And you guys almost won on the final play. Take me through the Hail Mary. I watched every angle of it. It bounced off your shoulder at one point. Take me through what you did on that play and what you were looking for.
Yeah, I mean, it all happened fast. We had the big play before for about 30 yards, got down to a point where we could, you know, had a chance to throw a Hail Mary. And you're kind of tired. You got to go run it down, man. It's everything on this play. You know that you have a chance. And for us to even have a chance to win at the end of the game felt like, you know, we got something that maybe we didn't deserve. You know, for us to even have that chance to throw it in and have a chance to win the game. So, yeah, man, you're running down. And I'm kind of remember not being able to jump at all, but not knowing why. And then you watch the film and you're like, oh, he's boxing me out. You know, you see why you can't move. But yeah, man, I thought I had a play to jump up and catch the ball straight up. I couldn't jump, so the ball goes over, but it hits off something, and then I see it come back into my field of view. And yeah, man, it was a near miss. one of those things I didn't put much thought into. You know, it's a near miss, and you never want the game to come down to a Hail Mary to win. You know, just based on how we played as well, offensively. But that's what it was, and we did have it. You know, and it was a near miss, and the fact that we were in that game is, you know, maybe another reason why our fans should continue to stick with us, because we can put it together and turn these games and end up winning these here down the road. So that's what we plan to do, and yeah.
With the change from Aaron Rodgers to Zach Wilson, has anything changed about your game? Have your pass routes changed? Anything about how you go about what you're assigned to do? Is it different with Zach instead of Aaron Rodgers?
No, for sure. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely some things that you're asked to do with Aaron that that you aren't asked to do with, you know, other things, and vice versa. For me, you know, my job is to make the quarterback's job as easy as possible, and that's how I've always, you know, kind of trying to look at it. So yeah, you know, making Aaron's job easier was different than making Zach's job easier, you know, and that's the best way I can put it. I got to figure out different ways to make that happen for you know, no matter who's throwing the ball. But yeah, you know, that's how I look at it. You know, I got a few adjustments I got to make now to do this, to make that, and just like when I was playing with Aaron, you know, and that adjustment that I had to go through initially, to try and figure out how to make his job easy. You know, it's all a duality of it when it comes with receiver quarterbacks. You know.
Last question until I let you go. I know you're busy. Any message for Mac Jones for what he did to your teammate Sauce Gardner with the little flick to the sensitive region?
I'm gonna stay away from that one because I don't. I mean, so
why, you don't want him to do it to you in the next game?
Next, yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna let them handle that.
Tell us what you got going on with Marriott. I talked about it briefly, but I want to give you the chance to give us the full pitch for what fans can do to get the ultimate New York Jets fan room.
Yeah, man. So I've been blessed to work with Courtyard by Marriott, and as far as fans getting access to it, it's as simple as going on courtyard.com and booking this hotel room. You know, you can stay in this hotel room. It's got things like my jerseys in this one, Jets attire all over, and it's right across from the stadium. I mean, it's the place for an ultimate Jets fan. Yeah, so, you know, you can use this to segue into your next day and go to the game, go tailgate, go to a bar to watch the game, whatever it may be. But if you're a true Jets fan, and I know we got some out there, man, some really loyal fans, you know, this is a place that you should come stay at night because it's truly special. And yeah.
Sunday night, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs come to town. When you're on the sideline getting ready for the next drive, how much of a temptation will there be to go over and watch Patrick Mahomes do Patrick Mahomes things, or at least try to?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to watch. You know, I like to watch greatness. So, you know, when we played Lamar in my first game, the start of my rookie season, I watched. You know, when we played Josh Allen earlier in the season, and every time we play him, you know, I watch, and I like watching Stephon Diggs and stuff like, you know, just because to see what it looks like in person, it's really cool. And yeah, Mahomes is no exception, man. I can't wait to see what he puts on the field and have that challenge up against us to go match him on the other side. You know, being the offense, you know, we got to go match. You know, if we're gonna be in this game, we got to score points. And I'm excited for the challenge, man. I know we all are.
Well, Garrett, you guys have been dealt a tough hand, but the reality is there's a new train coming down the tracks every week, and keep at it, and hopefully it'll turn the right way. We appreciate some of your time and wish you all the best. Congratulations on all your success.
Man, appreciate you, Mike. You take care, man. Thank you, brother.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.